Yeah, are you able to hear me?
Yeah, and we can also see the screen.
Okay, perfect. So just a quick recap of what we have done yesterday, and then we will start our next things. So we understood yesterday from the enterprise structure point of view, it starts with the FI setup where the company code is must. We need to create a company code as a legal entity so that within the company code we can set up our materials management and sales and distribution related structure. When it comes to materials management, we have two, three important key objects. Number one is we need to have a plant. So plant is not only for but plant is something which is required by many different modules in SAP. It can be the manufacturing facility. It can be the warehouse where you are storing the material. It can be the selling place from where you are selling the products. So ultimately, the plant is something which would be required for each and every logistics module in SAP. So plant is one. Uh, Within one company code, we can have multiple plants. And within each and every plant, we can have multiple storage locations where we are actually physically storing the material. From the purchasing side, we have a purchase organization, which is nothing but the purchasing department. So depending upon how is your organization structured in terms of purchasing, we need to create that many purchasing departments. And within purchasing departments, again, there will be different teams who will be working to purchase the material or the services. So those purchasing teams are normally called as purchasing groups, right? So this is how the enterprise structure related to looks like. We also discussed that within purchasing organization, there can be different structures. For example, we can have a cross company purchasing organization where one purchasing organization is serving the purchasing needs of multiple different company codes. In that case, we don't need to assign our purchasing organization to any company code. So the assignment of purchasing organization to company code is optional. Second option can be we can create a purchasing org at the company code level where one purchasing organization will serve the purpose of only one company code and we can define for which plants. Okay, so within one company code, there can be multiple plants which are using a common purchasing organization. Last one, we can create multiple purchase organizations within the company code. So for example, if you want to have a separate purchasing organization for each plant. Okay, so that combination is also available. The assignment of purchasing organization to plant is many to many, which means one purchasing organization can purchase for multiple plants. One plant can use multiple purchasing organization for their purchases. So this kind of relation is many to many. When it comes to sales, we understood that in the sales, again, definitely the plant concept will remain same. In addition to plant, we need the we need the sales organization, which is nothing but sales department. Again, depending upon your organization structure, you will decide how many sales departments need to be created, whether it would be the one sales department who is responsible for entire company code, or you have multiple sales organizations within your company code. Assignment of sales organization to company code is mandatory and it can be only one. Okay, so one sales organization has to be exactly assigned to single company code. Within sales organizations, we can have different distribution channels. Okay, distribution channel means the way in which you can sell the product to the customer. You can sell through online, you can sell through mobile app, you can have the physical stores. So whatever are the different ways in which you distribute the material, it is distribution channels. Then you can also have divisions for the reporting requirement. So we understood, for example, Amazon can have the different divisions like furniture is one division, electronics is second division, laptops and computers can be the third division, accessories can be the fourth division. So accordingly, whatever number of divisions we need, we can create under sales divisions. And the combination of all these three, sales organization, distribution channel, and division, creates a sales area. So whenever you are creating a sales order, whenever you are receiving any order from your customer, you create it as a sales order in SAP system. And when you are creating the sales order, these are the three things that are mandatory. So you need to tell the sales department, which is sales organization. You need to tell the distribution channel, and you also need to specify under which division this will come. Okay, so this division, what I gave you is the example. So we discussed also that sometimes if you are already getting this requirement at the material level, whether it is a furniture or it is electronics or it's a computer, in that case maybe you can think of using a cross division, okay, cross product division, which is 00, and you can serve the requirement of the reporting maybe through the material itself, right? So that is up to the customer how they want to treat the division. There is option available. If you want to use division, you can use. If you don't want to use, then you can consider 00 as a division. Okay, and in addition to these three, there is a sales office and a sales group. So sales offices are normally set up as physical offices from which your sales department works. Within the sales office, there can be different groups of sales teams who are responsible for delivering the product or taking the order from the customer. So those are the sales group, which are optional. Sales office and sales groups are optional. Okay, so I think this is what we discussed yesterday. We have seen in the system how to set up all these things. So within the enterprise structure, you need to go to definition. Before you do anything in sales and distribution and material management, you have to make sure that the company code is already available. In addition to the company code, you will also ensure that the plant is already created in the system. Division, you can create it from here itself, from the logistics general. And then the remaining things, you will go to sales and distribution to create a sales organization, to create a distribution channel, a sales office, and the sales group. Same way, from materials management point of view, you will be able to create the storage location and purchasing organization from here. Once these are created, you will assign this to each other. So you'll go to the assignment. In the assignment, first thing you will do is assign the plant to your company code. Next one is you will go to sales and distribution and assign the sales org to company code, distribution channel to sales organization, division to sales organization. You will set up a sales area as a combination of these three things. Okay, assign the sales office to sales area and assign the sales group to the sales office. Also, assign your sales area to the plant. Okay, so that you can determine the plant, or you can uh, use that particular plant in this particular sales area. Okay, also I told you normally each and every plant in logistics is assigned to business area in finance. If you want to do that in the assignment itself, you have this option: assign the business areas to plant, valuation areas, and divisions if you want to assign it. So you can see this is plant to division. If you want to create division as a plant, for example, you want to derive the division based on the plant. So if my plant is Pune, division should be Pune. If my plant is Mumbai, division should be Mumbai. If you want to do that, you can do it from here. Okay, valuation area to division, you can determine the valuation areas from the division itself. So these are the different options which you can provide. Okay, so let's open this. You can see plant and division to business area combination. So if my plant is this and my division is this, system will automatically determine the business area. So for example, if I go with new entry, my plant, we created two yesterday. One was uh, I think RC01. Okay, and divisions, we created multiple divisions. I think R1 and R2 are the divisions that we created, right? Fertilizers and sanitizers. So for example, if I tell the system that if the plant is RC01 and division is R1, I want the system to automatically determine the division as something. RC01, I hope we created as Pune plant, right? RC01 we created as Pune plant, right? So which means we will be assigning the Pune business area to this particular plant. Okay, so PUN, this is the business area that I created from finance point of view. So what will happen is, as soon as you use this plant RC01, system will automatically determine the business area Pune in case of finance. All my financial reports would be available at business area level. Okay, so any questions till now, whatever we have discussed? Are you able to hear me clearly?
Yes. No,
Yes.
here for controlling area, we just assigned plant and division. It's how about distribution channel? Can we assign in similarly? It's not necessary, or
No.
that's
This
what?
is not for controlling area. This is just to determine the business area.
Yeah,
So,
that's what, like business area only. What I'm telling is like business area. If you see here, plant and division are mapped for one business area. So like instead of division, can I map a distribution channel? That option is not there.
I don't think that option is required, because distribution channel is, I told you the example, it can be sales, resales, that will not change the location of my this one, right? Normally when we say plant and sometimes divisions are also created as the locations, that is the reason they provided this option. If you
Okay.
want to see the list, this is a list what is provided by SAP. So you can determine the business area by plant and
Division.
division, or you can determine by valuation area and division. There is no distribution channel here.
Okay. Hmm.
Yeah.
So one more question about division. Like if we don't want to use division, like you mentioned, 00 can be used, but 00 need to be defined, isn't it? Or like
Definitely.
so-
00 is normally pre-delivered by SAP. So you
okay,
don't need to define, it is already pre-delivered. But definitely you need to set up the sales area for that. You have to create the combination of your sales organization, distribution channel, and 00 division.
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So now what I'll do is, because this is a common session, I want to finish the topics which are common, so that then independently we can work on the sales processes and purchasing processes. So I want to introduce the materials management, which is materials master, sorry, which is common for both MM as well as SD. But again, if I go to materials management, there are some errors which will come because we have not completed the setup even from FI point of view. So temporarily, I will try to solve those errors and will continue with the materials master data today. Okay, so that we can finish it off the common topics initially, and then we can focus on the independent topics on MM and SD. Okay, and if possible, we will also try to see some other master data, maybe business partner master data in the next session. So maybe 1 or 2 sessions would be common going forward, and then again we'll be segregating this into MM and SD. So now if I want to create the material, yeah,
Hello.
yes, Akshay.
Yeah. Vikram, did we miss shipping point, or it will be like SD specific only?
No, shipping point will be definitely required. It is part of SD itself, but yes, it would be required.
Okay.
Yeah. The shipping point, if
And
you want, we can complete that first, because that would be definitely required whenever we want to go ahead with the sales order creation.
correct.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that. So one of the important thing in the enterprise structure is also the shipping point. Shipping point means the location from where the material will be delivered. Okay, so delivery plant normally we define as a shipping point. So what we do is, in that case, we will go to the definition. Okay, within logistics execution, normally shipping point is defined within logistics execution, because again delivery is not only the part of sales, it is also the part of the overall logistics execution. So in logistics execution, you will be able to see define, copy, delete, check shipping point.